Okay, the chairman is appointed by the central government, correct. The chief labor commissioner, central, is an ex officio member, is correct. The number of women workmen representative must be equal to or more than, no, it has to be equal to, not more than. Maximum number is how much? Minimum 11, maximum 17. So the answer marked here is wrong actually. 1, 2 and 3 are, so this is not correct. Third option is not correct. Give me a second. Let me just read out the words. Fine. So this statement is not correct actually. Statement number 3 is not correct. So I will just correct this one. Fine. Okay. So moving to the next. Under section 10, who has the authority to prohibit the employment of contract labor? Under section 10, who has the authority to prohibit the employment of appropriate government? In case whenever government feels that this contract labor are not required, they are supposed to be on roll, or there is no necessity, so appropriate government can give an order that you are prohibited, right? Next, which of the following statement is correct under the revocation of registration in certain cases regarding the Contract Labor Regulation Abolition Act of 1970? Read it and answer. Registration may be revoked if it is obtained by misinterpretation, correct. Registration may be revoked without giving the notice, no, the notice is supposed to be given. Revocation require prior approval, yes. Revocation applies even if registration is valid in use, no. If it is valid, why you would be revoking? So only the statement 1 and 3 are your correct statement. Which of the following is an incidental condition for prohibiting contract labor regarding the Contract Labor Regulation and Abolition Act of 1970? Would be prohibiting only in the case when if such kind of work is performed by the regular worker in the similar kind of establishment. अगर कोई और establishment वही काम अपने regular worker से करवा रही है तो आप क्यों नहीं करवा सकते? Next. Under section 15 of the Contract Labor Regulation and Abolition Act 1970, what is the time limit to file and complain against an order of revocation or suspension of the license? So if I have to appeal, so how many days is there? How much time is available? Correct. So it is 30 days from the communication. Which of the following conditions may be specified in the license issued under Part 5 of the Contract Labor Regulation and Abolition Act of 1970? So, while issuing a license to the contract labor, the license may have few conditions mentioned there. What are those conditions? Read it and answer. So what would be the conditions? Your A, B, I mean, just 1, 2, and 3. Mandatory insurance for contract is not the condition. This and this. Now, since now the detailed questions are being asked in exam, so this can be your expected question for coming exam. Under section 221 of Contract Labor Regulation in 1970, who is primarily responsible for the payment? So this has been multiple time asked. So for the contract, primary responsibility, whose primary responsibility it is to give the payment? Yes, very good. The contractor. Under the Contract Regulation and Abolition Act of 1970, a canteen is required to be provided in the establishment where. So canteen facilities is to be provided in an establishment where. What is the condition? Contract labor numbering 50 or more in the is employed. Contract labor numbering 100 or more. Contract labor is employed at night shift. Establishment employees more than 10. Yes, correct. So answer is option number 2. To which of the following powers is not granted as to an not granted? Acha, which of the following is not granted to an inspector under Section 28 of the Contract Labor Regulation Abolition Act of 1970? To seize, register, or record, to examine person present at the premises, to impose penalties directly, to require information from the workman or the employer. What the inspector cannot do directly. So it's option number C. You cannot impose the penalties. Moving to the next, building and other construction workers, Regulation of Employment and Condition of Service Act 1996 came into the force. So when did the Building and Other Construction Work Act came into the existence? Yes, read it and answer. What is the date? Hmm. Right. So the answer is 1st March 1996. Which of the following establishment falls under the purview of central government under the Building and Other Construction Workers Regulation of Employment and Condition of Service Act of 1996? Read it and answer. Under central government, question is asking you central government के अंदर में क्या आएगा? How all the establishment, public sector undertaking employing building workers and directly under through contractor, private sector establishment, local municipality corporation, all the establishment. Central government under the preview of central. Answer is option number A. Private is not there, local is under the state government, and this is not the option. Next, according to section 2D of the Building and Other Construction Workers Regulation, Employment and Condition Service, what does the building and construction work include? Highly important question. Correct, Mega. So you have to check there as per the ID actually. Only the construction of buildings, only the alteration of repair of building, construction, alteration, repair, maintenance or demolition of various structure including road, railways, airfields and power generation installation work related only to the pipeline. So very, very straightforward answer is this. So now why I have included this question or this particular easy one, the reason is you should remember this. आपको आने वाले एग्जाम में ये क्वेश्चन मतलब ऐसा क्वेश्चन बनाया जाएगा जहां पे अल्टरेशन सेपरेट 4-5 ऑप्शन है और आपको सिलेक्ट करना है विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग आर बिल्डिंग एंड अदर कंस्ट्रक्शन. सो ये सारे ऑप्शंस हैं जिसे हम बिल्डिंग एंड अदर कंस्ट्रक्शन वर्क कहते हैं. नेक्स्ट, अकॉर्डिंग टू सेक्शन 2E of the Building and Other Construction Regulation Act, who is considered as a building worker? Again important, building worker किसे कहते हैं? Right, do it fast. person employed to perform, this is correct. A worker employed in supervisory capacity drawing wages exceeding, no. And a person employed in managerial, no. So the answer is only the statement one. According to section 4 of the building and other construction work, what is the composition of state building and other construction workers advisory committee? So we know we have two kinds of the board: central advisory, central board, and the state board or a committee. So basically, which of the following is correct related to the state? Read it and answer. So the chairperson is appointed by the state government. Okay. The committee includes the two members of state legislature is selected by the state legislature. This is correct. Committee consists of 5 members. No. Why the statement 2 is not correct? It is correct. There are 2 members from the state legislature. If there are representation, there is, right, building and other construction के अंदर में. So just let me recheck this, but I believe it is 2 members. Oh yes, elected by the central government. Yes, yes, correct, correct. I read it wrongly. So the answer for this is only the statement one. The reason is it is not the state. I read it wrong. So it is central. It is elected by the central government only. Thank you for correcting. So I would just correct this question so that. So I will be uploading the PDF today. All the there are 4 parts of this particular unit. I have created 4 different, basically 4 different PDFs for you, topic wise, so that you can study them easily. So let me just. So here only the statement one is correct. Moving to the next question. Yes, correct. Hold on. No, but who elected? Elected, acha. Give me a second. Hold on. Build. Just a second. Hmm. No, this is statement is correct. Huh. Elected by the state members only again. So the answer is, so I will show you the actual statement in order to remove the confusion. Okay. It's not the central government. The question is appoint, उसके अंदर में appointed नहीं लिखा हुआ है, वहां पे लिखा हुआ है you can say elected. ठीक है, elected लिखा हुआ है, तो वो election जो है स्टेट लेजिस्लेशन से ही होगी. तो nominated by the central government. So I will just show you. ठीक है, कंफ्यूजन रिमूव करने के लिए 2 members of the state legislature to be elected from the state legislation member. Elected, ठीक है, टर्म नॉमिनेटेड नहीं है. ठीक है, नॉमिनेटेड टर्म नहीं है, वहां पे इलेक्टेड टर्म है. तो पहले जो हमने किया था, जो एक्चुअली आंसर मार्क था, वही करेक्ट है. ठीक है, so 1 and 2 is correct. Okay. See, what I want is, okay, we'll do it after completing all the questions. Anyways, let's move to the next question. According to Section 12 of the Building and Other Construction Workers Regulation, Employment and Conditions Service, which of the following is a condition for registration as a beneficiary? Now, this is again an important question from the exam point of view. Beneficiary. Okay, so the building and worker must be at least 18 years and not more than, yes. A worker must have worked for at least, yes. The worker must be employed in government contractor, no. So the only statement 1 and 2. Now this is very conceptual and important question. Usually, और this has been never cleared और इसको clarify नहीं किया गया है कभी भी और बहुत confusion होता है. So read it. According to section 14, building and other construction worker, if the beneficiary has been registered for at least 3 years continuously before reaching the age of 60, what happens? Beneficiary is eligible for continued benefit after reaching the age of 60. Beneficiary loses all the benefit up to the reaching age of 60. Beneficiary can choose to extend their registration for another 3 years. The beneficiary must contributing to the fund after reaching the 60 years. So what is the correct answer? So So you all answered 1. Why? Why 1? Was it an elimination method? कैसे किया? 1 को ऑप्शन को कैसे किया? हाँ, until the 65 years. Okay, Priyanka, where it is written until the 60, is it given in the rules? Till the age of 65 years. ठीक है? सिक्सटी ईयर्स. ठीक है, कैसे किया आंसर? द बेनिफिशियरी इज एलिजिबल. ए क्यों है? रश्मि रंजन सॉरी. फोर्थ. No, Priyanka have answered until 65. I just want to see, I want to understand कि आपने इसको आंसर कैसे किया बेसिकली. इट्स टॉट क्लास के अंदर. कंट्रीब्यूट टू द फंड. एक मिनट. ठीक है, टू मेक यू दिस मोर क्लियर एंड टू मेक यू मोर क्लियर ऑन दिस पॉइंट. ठीक है, इसको समझना, थोड़ा सा कोशिश करना इसको समझने की. ठीक है, द रीजन इज दिस कैन बी योर एक्सपेक्टेड, और ये थोड़ा सा कंसेप्चुअल क्वेश्चन है जो आपको एग्जाम में पूछा जा सकता है ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि आप उस पर्टिकुलर चीज को कैसे अंडरस्टैंड कर रहे हो. ठीक है, तो सेक्शन 14 कहता है सीजेशन एज एन बेनिफिशियरी। सब सेक्शन 2 के अंदर में पहला है अ बिल्डिंग वर्कर हैज बीन रजिस्टर्ड एज एन बेनिफिशियरी शैल सीज टू बी सच व्हेन ही अटेंड्स 60 इयर्स। ठीक है, अगर वो 60 इयर्स अटेंड करता है तो वो एज एन बेनिफिशियरी नहीं होगा। और व्हेन ही इज नॉट एंगेज्ड इन दी बिल्डिंग एंड अदर कंस्ट्रक्शन वर्क अदर नॉट लेस देन 90 डेज, ये भी नहीं है। प्रोवाइडेड कंप्यूटिंग द पीरियड ऑफ 90 days there shall be excluded the period of the absence from building work due to personal injury caused to the building worker by accident arising out in course of। इस पॉइंट को भी याद रखेंगे कि एक्सक्लूड करते हैं जब 90 डेज का वर्किंग कैलकुलेट करते हैं, उसके अंदर इंजुरी की वजह से लिया हुआ लीव, पर्सनल इंजुरी की वजह से लीव जो है उसे इंक्लूड नहीं करेंगे, एब्सेंस को इंक्लूड नहीं करते हैं। ठीक है, बट notwithstanding anything contained in subsection 1, if a person had been a beneficiary for at least last 3 years continuously immediately before attaining the 60 year, so before he has attended the 60 years, immediately before 3 years where the age like last 3 years he was getting the benefits and now he has turned to 60, he shall be eligible to get such benefits as may be prescribed. Now what is prescribed, will come to that. For computing the period of 3 years as a beneficiary with a board, under this subsection shall be added any period for a person had been a beneficiary with any other board immediately before registration. So if he has been a beneficiary with any other board also, then also, अब हम इसको ये समझते हैं। ठीक है, as may be prescribed कब तक होगा, so I will show you the rules वाला पार्ट। ठीक है, बहुत कंसेप्चुअल है, इसको थोड़ा सा समझिएगा so that okay, hold on, so let me just find out that फाइन, फॉर नाउ आई एम नॉट गेटिंग दैट रूल पर्टिकुलरली, बट मैं इसको आपको क्लियर कर दूंगी। ठीक है, लेकिन इसको ऐसे याद रखेंगे, कोई लिमिट याद नहीं रखेंगे आप 65 ईयर्स तक होता है क्या होता है ऐसे याद नहीं रखेंगे, बस इसको ऐसे याद रखेंगे कि अगर वो 60 ईयर्स क्रॉस करने पे या वहां आने पे अगर वो कंट्रीब्यूट करता था पहले 3 साल में तो उसको बेनिफिट्स मिलेंगे। ठीक है, I will find out and I will add the line in the PDF. So फिलहाल आप इतना याद रखेंगे ये वाला। ठीक है, he will be eligible for continued benefits after the age of the 60 years. Next question. According to section 16 of building and other construction work, what is the contribution requirement for the beneficiaries? चलो इसको आंसर करें। Let me just check the rules. Okay, so the answer is beneficiary must contribute to the fund. Yes. Rate is fixed. No, it may vary. It can authorize their employer to, yes, correct. Government can waive off, yes. Hardship not exceeding the 3 months. And which of the following provisions are mandated under the building and other construction work? Mandated. Okay. Mandatory. Read it. So the answer is crèche facility. Okay. Next. In the event of accident causing death or injury to the building worker, when must the employer notify relevant authority under the Fine. So the answer for this is option number C. Moving to the next. Read it and answer. Fine. So, which body has the power to make the rules regarding safety, health? Okay. So, who has the power? Who can make the rules? Central government. Next, under section 46 of building and other construction work, how many days before commencement of the construction employer must notify the inspector? Okay, so if the building and other construction work is supposed to be started, in how many days he is supposed to notify? Right. So we have the answer is option number B. As per section 51 of building and other construction, what is the time frame for appealing against the penalty imposed? So if any penalty is being imposed, within how many months you can appeal for penalty? Correct. So the answer is within 3 months. Okay. Now, here we complete building and other construction work. I'm ending this session and sharing another link with you, which is the part 4 for this law. With there, we are going to do child labor and interstate. So let me end this. I want to keep the video separate. So I'm ending this and we'll do the few questions related to child labor. So in 1 minute, you would get the link for the class.